What's up, everybody? I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you all your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by See-Through Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. They're linked as always in the description to this video, so go ahead and check them out. So we've got multiple hail risks today. We've actually got a little bit of an active pattern starting to pick back up for now. So the southeast, the North Plains, and the central states could all see storms today. And then back into tomorrow, we've got another risk for you guys. Now it's going to be in the southern Mississippi Valley, talking hail and wind as well. And this is all due to the big cool down, as we've kind of started calling it. That first cold front that really tracks through, and that's going to bring us some severe weather as well as much needed relief from that heat and a little bit of rain. So we're going to talk about all of that here in a second. But first, we do have an upcoming event for you. This one's a good one. OU is back. We're back into football season, and we did those tailgates last year. We're picking those back up again this year. So the first game is going to be OU versus UTEP. We're doing a tailgate for that. We're right over by the Bud Wilkinson House on Jenkins Ave in Norman. So come see us there on September 3rd. You guys can get free food, free beer. We'll have the game on. It's going to be a great time. Got cornhole. And then there's also a chance to win some box seats if you guys come and enter yourself in a raffle. We got that going on. So come out and see us at our tailgates. The first of those, again, OU versus UTEP. Then we're watching this cold front, so you can see a real sharp gradient in our temperatures here. It's those nice cool greens, 70s up in the Ohio Valley here, but once you get down into Texas, then we're working our way into the 90s. So again, that nice powerful cold front that's getting ready to kind of scooch its way down to the south, stirring up some severe weather through the southeast today. And then we've got another low pressure system that's stirring up some more in the northern plains, so lots working today in terms of severe weather driving forces. So this cold front will be a key factor over the next few days in getting us that much needed rain, cooler temperatures, and some storms through the southern states. So here we are for our current conditions. There's that front. You got a little bit of cloud cover along the area, where that cold meets that warm. So, start seeing that there. But most notably through the northern plains and the central states, we've got a little bit of scattered storms tracking their way all the way from Grand Forks through Bismarck towards Rapid City here. That's going to start to intensify as we move towards this afternoon and evening, as well as a second band of storms that should initiate all the way as far west as the Colorado Front Range and as far east as Omaha. So we're going to be watching that. And then down to the southeast, that's where we have that cold front interaction that we showed a second ago. And with that, we'll start to see some storms developing all the way from North and South Carolina into Alabama and Georgia. So we're going to cover all of your risks here in a moment. Here's your muggy cast for the day. Much more pleasant than we've seen. I mean, not all of us are in those frowny faces, and with its tongue sticking out there. Mobile, you got oppressive conditions. A lot of us in the south are very humid. But once you get up to the north, it's only a little muggy, so it's getting better back behind that cold front for today as we move into tomorrow. Again, conditions should start to be a lot more pleasant for most of us. But that heat, that humidity, they couple together and they form a lot of instability in the atmosphere. And you can see that instability really starting to pick up again ahead of that cold front for the southeast and with that low pressure system that's making its way through the northern plains today. So this instability is going to spread all the way up into the Colorado Front Range, as well as a zone of high instability here through North Dakota by around 3:30. This is when storms should start to pick up for most of us in the central states, maybe a little bit earlier in the south and east. And then, as those storms develop and drive through, sun goes down, all that's limiting factors to our instability. So that's going to start to go away in the the late overnight hours and the early morning. So for today, I think we actually might be able to get a golf ball or two out of some of these storms, particularly the ones in the plains states. We could see some larger hail in the southeast, but it's still pretty hot down there. So, wouldn't rule it out, but wouldn't really be banking on the southeast for large hail today. Mostly going to look at these northern storms here. So here we are right now with that little spinning area of our storms through the North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska corridor. Those are going to continue on throughout the afternoon and evening, but then we'll start to see a little flicker of storms turning on through Colorado, through the northern plains there. There they go by 5:30 Central Time. Denver, you guys are going to see storms today, probably a long period of rain, as well as probably some hail. Will it reach severe threshold? Spoiler alert, I got you guys right on the edge of that hail swath today because it looks like things are going to once again intensify as they roll off those mountains and away from Denver, but can't rule it out entirely. So Denver, long period of storms for you guys. And then as well as Bismarck and North Platte. You guys are going to see some of those isolated cells tracking through. Any of those could be hailers by 7 p.m. tonight. And they're going to continue to slowly make their way off to the east. Now starting to band up a little bit. Super messy over Colorado. So again, a long period of rain for you guys in the Denver, Fort Collins area all the way down to Lyman. And then Rapid City all the way to Bismarck could see, again, some gusty winds now with that line of storms developing. Another line here tracking through Omaha by 12:30 a.m., probably producing some rumbles of thunder, heavy rain, as well as some gusty winds here and there. It's going to continue off to the east through the overnight hours and tomorrow morning. Then you should be mostly in the clear for tomorrow. Then down to the southeast, a little bit more straightforward. We're looking at, some showers starting to pick up through the Raleigh area, through Charlotte and Columbia by around 2:30 Central, so 3:30 Eastern. Those are going to continue to slowly roll off the coast. There we go by 7, making a run at Birmingham, and then moving their way through North Carolina. North Carolina area, you got a lot of storm coverage, and you got a lot of stronger storms tracking through the area. So, you could see, again, some flooding, some gusty winds, as well as some severe hail with that. So watch out if you guys are anywhere from Raleigh to really Charlotte. And then those are going to continue to track their way off the coast over Charleston in the overnight hours, and then tapering off by around 3:30 in the morning, waking up to probably pretty sunny skies through the area. So for today's hail forecast, we got 3 areas of note all the way from North Dakota into the southeast. Again, thinking that our largest hail is going to be through those isolated cells through North Dakota. We got some good instability through the area. We got some cold upper air temperatures, and then that low pressure disturbance tracking through. So wouldn't count them out for some larger hail, but severe hail possible through the southeast and the central states as well. So cities of note, Grand Forks and Bismarck. You guys could see some severe hail tonight. Bismarck, you got a moderate chance since model runs are continuously showing isolated cells of storms tracking in and around your area. Then down to Goodland and Omaha, a chance for you guys as well. Denver, again, not ruling you out, but I'm not going to push this hail risk all the way over you right now. It's too early to be jumping the gun, but do be on the lookout for some severe hail for today in the Denver area as well. Then down to Atlanta and Charlotte, chances for you, once again, anywhere from Raleigh to Charlotte could see a long period of storms as well as some stronger storms. So, moderate chance for you guys to see some severe hail today. Then for wind, we're going to show pretty much the same area is going to extend that wind risk a little bit farther to the west into Mississippi, as well as pulling this wind risk a little bit farther to the east to account for that line of storms that's developing. So once again, Grand Forks, Bismarck, you guys are in the risk as well as Rapid City. Bismarck, another moderate chance for you guys for some gusty winds. Goodland and Omaha, again, could see a gust or two with that line. It's going to kind of form from west to east and kind of slowly sink over the area, but a chance to see some gusty winds while that's happening. Birmingham, Atlanta, Charlotte, once again, severe winds possible for you guys into today and tonight. Then for tomorrow, we're going to watch that cold front continue to sink down to the south and west, and with it, we'll see a little bit of storm activity happening all the way from Oklahoma into Mississippi. Now for Oklahoma, not looking super severe, but we could get some loud thunderstorms, a little bit on the border of severe for us, but once things really start to pick up, that should be through Little Rock, through Jackson. Here we are by 3:30 p.m. with those isolated cells again starting to form. Any of those could start hailing. Then we really start to see things pick up by around 5:30, only 2 hours later, but we got much more storm coverage through the area. And then this band of storms forming through Tulsa area, Enid, all the way into western Oklahoma. We start to see some, stronger storms developing. As those track down into the south and east, we'll start to see them really intensify into the overnight hours, but for most of the day, it should be pretty scattered with a chance of gusty winds and hail once again. And then by 7 a.m., lots of us getting that much needed rain into Wednesday morning, whatever 2 days from now is. Time is flying by. So here's our hail forecast for tomorrow. Just that little sliver all the way from Oklahoma into Louisiana, Mississippi could see some quarters to half dollars through there. So Fort Smith, Little Rock, Jackson, you guys all have a chance to see some severe hail, probably again in the quarters to half dollar size range. We'll see if we can get a little bit more instability values through that area into tomorrow afternoon and evening. Then in terms of wind, once again, it's going to be pretty much the same area anywhere from just to the east of Tulsa down into New Orleans, Mobile area. Could see some severe gusts into tomorrow. So again, Fort Smith, Little Rock, Jackson, all the way down into New Orleans, Mobile. Could see a low end chance of some gusty winds. It's going to be pretty scattered coverage through the area for the majority of the day. So that's why we're keeping everybody on the low end. Then talking future temps and talking precipitation and temperature values for the next little time period here. So we've been watching this heat dome battling that jet stream for the past 2 weeks. Feels like forever. This has been a hot summer for most of the nation. But fortunately, the Northeast and the Ohio Valley is starting to get a little bit of relief from that. So here, these lines here are going to be where our jet stream lies, just where this jet stream marker is. And then all of this is going to be temperature. The whole color map is going to be temperature. So we'll watch this start to try and sink down to the south and east. There we are by Thursday afternoon, starting to see that jet stream push its way off to the south and the west, more towards the central plains. And that's going to squeeze that heat dome off to the east. So Denver all the way to Portland, you guys could see some warmer temperatures picking up towards the end of the week. But for so many of us, we're going to start to see things cool off a little bit as this low pressure system sinks down to the southwest. So there it goes by Friday morning, starting to see that jet stream all the way from pretty much Nebraska and Kansas all the way to Pennsylvania and off the East Coast. And again, that'll bring us some rain. That'll bring us some cooler temperatures. Let's see what that looks like here. So here's that 6 to 10 day outlook. This is not, again, this is not from tomorrow through 6 days. This is from August 20th to 24th, so pretty much next week. But a lot of us are going to be in those lower than normal temperatures. We have a pretty good chance for the St. Louis and Little Rock area, as well as the desert Southwest, to see lower than normal temperatures for this time of year. Oklahoma, Texas as well, thank goodness we're starting to drop below normal for this time of year. So maybe instead of hitting the triple digits, we could finally see it a little bit lower than that. Fingers crossed. But again, unfortunately for the Northeast and for the Northwest, starting to see temperatures pick up a little bit above normal next week. So, if you guys are in the Portland area, I guess this is probably like Spokane all the way to Pendleton, a good chance to see above average temperatures, as well as you guys up in the New England area. So just be on the lookout for that. Fortunately, good news for a lot of us, pretty much just the northern states are going to see a good chance of being drier than normal. But for most of us through the southeast, through the east, through the west, we do have a chance of rain picking up. Could start to see those drought conditions be relieved just a little bit by a above average chance of rain for this time of year. So anywhere all the way from San Fran into New York could start to see, a little bit more of that precip, and that'll help us out with those drought conditions. So good news on the horizon here with this pattern. As that picks up, as we get those cooler temperatures and we get higher moisture values, we could start to see more storms. So are we moving into second season? We'll have to start watching, start paying attention to that. So make sure you guys follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live video. And then go ahead and follow us on TikTok as well. And then if you want to get in contact with us, you can call us at 855-334-4245. You can also email us at info@hailtrace.com or check out hailtrace.com for more details. And we'll keep you updated, as always, on your severe weather risks. But for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.